The more we look into all the programs and responsibilities of our county government, the more things we uncover.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, Shannon, how much they do and how well they do it.
So let's take some time now to get familiar with some of the little-known programs and activities.
You know, we might just surprise you.
Hello, I'm Bill Mance with Jackson County Close-Up. We're here today with Judge Joe Charter at the Jackson County Justice Court. It's our hope you understand a little more about the Justice Court and a little more about Judge Joe Charter by the time we finish today. So thank you very much for taking the time today, Joe. There are things that I think people kind of have this idea about coming to court, and you know, maybe for me it was too much Perry Mason when I was growing up.
Yes.
So you had this vision of what Justice Court is a little different, and I think people might have some things that they think are different than maybe the Perry Mason Court that we see. So tell us a little bit about the myths of Justice Court, or better yet, the advice that you would give people in preparing for Justice Court.
It's a little bit like the People's Court. I mean, I don't try to be Judge Wapner or Judge Judy or any of those TV personalities. But I think what surprises people is we don't have to do a lot of formality. Of course, we could comply with people's rights, and we make the officer prove the violation by a preponderance of the evidence. And that's one thing that may be different than you see on TV. You know, if people come into for a trial and they're thinking it's beyond a reasonable doubt, no, that's not the standard. It's really a civil case, you know, like a property dispute. It's a preponderance of the evidence may just be 51%. And so citizens do win because sometimes the officer is not able to convince me by a preponderance of the evidence. They have more experience testifying. So, you know, percentages, but, and they have all the fancy gear, you know, the radar, the LiDAR, and all that. So, so it's not a criminal court. I didn't always used to wear a robe. I've taken to doing that now because it's, you know, more respect for the office than the individual. So you don't get things you would get in a criminal court. You don't get a court-appointed attorney. People say, I want a trial, I want my court-appointed attorney. Well, we don't do that here. Or it's not a jury trial either. So those are some things that are different from what you might see on TV. And like Perry Mason, nobody stands up in the back of the room and says, okay, I confessed, I did it.
That's the best part of that show, because you knew the hour was just about up, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so thank you very much for the time you spent with us today, and we hope that we've accomplished our goal of you knowing a little more about Justice Court and a little bit about Judge Joe Charter. Thank you.